be the first one to say it. You need to stop giving a for real. You need to stop caring what people think, what people are gonna say, what all of this dumbness. You know who's being dumb? You. You need to stop caring. Who cares what they think? Who cares what they say? Who cares if people are not behind your back with it? Let's remember, the only person who can see your vision is you. Okay? You, and God gave you that vision for a reason. Do it. Do it. Okay? And I feel like I might just be talking about myself. I may be talking to somebody, but I truly do believe that this needs to be heard. This needs to be studied. People who have the potential to be successful, where success is literally right in front of you and all you have to do is grab it, literally step forward and open the door. Sometimes the door is just all wide open, okay? And when we have these abilities, we do nothing. We let it go to waste. When God gives us these dreams or these insights or these ideas, we do nothing. We don't exercise our faith. We come up with crazy excuses to keep ourselves from success, but pray for success. Sounds mad backwards, right? Yeah, it does. And it all stems down to what other people think. You can lie and say, no, it's this, is it? That's an excuse. And the reason you have excuses is because you don't want to fail. And the reason you don't want to fail is because you don't want others to see you as a failure. If you didn't care about failing or what anybody else thinks, you will fail and try again and try again and try again. Right? Exactly. It all stems down to what other people think. So stop caring what other people think. It's not easy. It's not. Trust me. I was there. I was a people pleaser. I cared with, and not what everyone thinks, just like really close family, like, you know, my mom, my family. Like, I care so hard about what they think and want approval and acceptance and all of these things. And at the end of the day, I say this all the time, it's your life. If you work around what other people think or what other people say or what other people do, you know where it's going to get you? Nowhere, and not where you want to be. So why would you do that? It makes no sense. Like, when you really think about it logically, the things that we do and the excuses that we make, it makes no sense at all. Like, it's just so mind-boggling to me, because it's just like, how could you waste your potential? How could you waste your life on some dumb thoughts, on people who doesn't even understand what you're trying to do? It makes no sense. Y'all heard that? I got scared. I got scared too, because who is in my... And honestly, like, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like when you're someone who is meant to be successful, or success comes easily to you, like anything you try, the ideas you have, like, it will do good. Like, it's just right there. Like, it's just right there for you to grab, and you've kind of always had that. It is hard. It is hard when you know that you can be successful, and it's just you who's holding yourself back with your disbeliefs and all this stuff. And it could be from trauma, from the way you grew up, especially if you grew up in a household or in an environment where you weren't uplifted, or, you know, you weren't given, like, you know, you can do anything you put your mind to. If you were there, it's hard. It is hard for you to accept your reality or what your reality can be. It's hard, and I feel like a lot of people don't know that. And me, I find myself doing that. Like, I know exactly what I have to do to get where I want to go. I do, and it makes me just so sad thinking about it. But still, I find myself being stagnant. Still, I see myself. But when you're kind of like, this can't happen to me, like doing stuff like that, and it's just like, what is wrong with you? Like, it's so easy for me to tell people, like, you know, think like this, do like this. And I do practice that myself. But at the end of the day, we're humans, okay? Nothing's perfect, but it's up to you. It's like, it's up to you to decide how you're going to live your life, how you're going to react to things, how you're going to deal with it. It's up to you, okay? Are you going to get up and do something about it? Little steps every day, or are you going to drink the pain away? A or B. It's like up to you. And it's just so crazy to me, because, like, I don't know. It's just, I solely believe in myself. I really do. But I still find it hard for me. And for me personally, it's because I feel like I don't obey Jesus. I don't obey God. I hear him, he gives me ideas, he tells me, and I make mistakes. I make excuses on why I can't do it yet, why, this isn't happening for me, why I can't do it. I have to put this before this, then I can do this. God will not put something on you or in your heart or tell you what to do if you don't have it, if you don't have the resources. He's not going to give it to you, okay? We need to take that leap of faith and do it. And I've been doing that. I've been doing that now, and y'all, it is so true. Like, I know a lot of people, especially if you don't have when you don't have a strong relationship with God, or you're just learning about him, or you don't know a lot, it is so hard to grasp onto the fact of how can you trust someone you don't see? How can you, have faith in someone that you're not seeing? I know. I went to church, and this girl, she was, she's not really religious, and she came to church because her friend invited her, and we were all having that conversation. And like, I understand you guys, but it's up to you to like read the word and really learn who Jesus is. Because me, I was always like, a Christian, obviously, but some people call it lukewarm, but what I call it is just you don't know who Jesus is. You grew up around it, you're supposed to pray, this, so you have that faith when it's when you feel like it's an emergency, but you don't use it every day in your life. When I started learning about Jesus and I started actually reading my word and really believing, like, what's the worst that can happen if you do believe in something you can't see? Nothing happened to the kids who believed in Santa Claus. Nothing happened, okay? What's the worst that can happen? And I feel like when you have faith and you believe, it changes something in your heart. Like, I just feel like, I forget what I was saying, but I'm telling you, when I started listening to God, praying about it, sitting in his word, and going off and doing it, even if it felt weird, I didn't understand, felt crazy, or people would be like, it worked out for me. It worked out for me because God had a plan for me. Even if I didn't understand it, even if I didn't see it, it worked out for me. Things I thought that, how could I let that go? Like, this seems so great. It wasn't. Now I have something 10 times better. Like, it's just so crazy, and it's such a blessing. And that's why I strive so hard to tell you, like, you're not alone. But you know what you are? You're hurting your future. You're hurting yourself. You're ruining your own life by literally not just going out and doing it. It's hard being successful. It's hard to getting to the point to, especially when you know that you can be successful. It's so weird that we can't let that click because of our insecurities, caring what other people think, and all this dumb stuff that literally doesn't matter can affect us so much. That's why it's so good to have a good, to keep negative things out of your life and be around good people. But sometimes that's not always the case, which means it's up to you. Ooh, I'm sorry. I gotta take this wig off. My head is itching. But I don't even know. I don't even know what this video is gonna be. It's just, I just want to tell you, go do it. But yeah, honestly, I came on here just to literally tell you, stop caring. You're gonna make hoes mad regardless. They're gonna be mad if you fail. They're gonna be mad if you succeed. They're gonna be mad because you look cute. They're gonna be mad because of everything in the book, because they truly just have nothing to be happy about, and they want to watch your life because they wish that they can do it. That's like the honest truth. I'm not trying to sound cocky. I'm not trying to sound like, oh, she's got it all figured out, or nothing like that. That's like honestly the truth. People are envious. People are jealous, especially the closest people to you, people you went to school with. That's just what it is. Like, and once you start to really understand that, I feel like, at least when I started to understand that, things became so vivid to me. God showed me so much things in my life that I can picture it. I can picture it. Like, I could close my eyes, and if I took a sheet of paper, I could draw it. Like, and it's just, and I'm somebody who, I love clarity. I hate feeling confused. I don't like confusion. I love to be able to see exactly what I want to do. And y'all, when I stop caring what people think, and I was like, people gonna be mad regardless. It's my life. I know what I want to do. God knows what he's trying to get me to do. Like, it's just me and him. Life changed for me for the better. It's just so crazy. Like, I could really cry thinking about it. And y'all, look what I'm looking at right now. I'm just looking at this orange tree. It's an orange tree. No oranges grew yet, but take it to church. They going to church when it does. Or is it a lemon tree? It's one of those. But It's such a blessing. Life is such a blessing. So stop taking it for granted. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. So stop caring. Who cares? And I promise you, the main people who you think are so mean, or they just simply don't care about what people think about them, they don't care about other people's opinion about what they do in their life, they're the happiest people. They are the happiest people. And that's where I'm trying to be at. Shoot, that's where I want to be at. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to just live life, you know? Because the only person whose opinion matters is God's. And if he don't got a problem with it, why would you care if they do? I hope that makes sense. And it's just like, you're wasting so much potential. You're wasting your time not doing what God has put on your heart, what you want to do with life, because you're scared of what Sally said. And I feel like this is very like surface level, but deep down it does go deeper. It could be from how you grew up. It can be from childhood trauma, past trauma. It could be for so many things. But you know, it's up to you to take those steps to fix your mindset. Go to counseling, get a counselor, you know, talk to someone. I had to do it, so, you know, it really does help you uncover some things about yourself that you probably didn't even know that you're dealing with. But when you know, you're able to figure out how to solve it, okay? Get close to God. That has changed my life drastically. I'm not saying just go to church every Sunday. You don't even have to go to church to get closer to God. Church is for people who want to praise God just in the same spot. That's really it. I go to church every Sunday. You can't go to church every Sunday. But like for me, getting closer to God is learning. I'm trying to learn scriptures and stuff. And I have a horrible memory, but I'm going to do it. I know one, John 24:15. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. I hope I said that right. I'm trying to memorize it. But, you know, just things. So when, you know, things are going wrong, I can shout his word, because I know that his word is powerful. And me being a child of God, I can scream those words and it's going to happen like that, okay? So I'm trying to learn. That's something I'm doing on my own. And you have to do things on your own to figure out what's best for you. Journal. Speak positive. I don't think people know how hard it is to speak positive, because so many things are negative and so many things go wrong. But it's up to you to speak positive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at that. Like, for a long time, since I was little, I knew about affirmations, or I didn't even know what affirmations were, but I always would try to look at everything in the most positive light as possible, because it made me feel better about situations. And to this day, I do that. Some people call it delusion, whatever. It works, okay? It works. And I don't want to be stressing. I don't want to look like I'm stressed. It's the fact that we still have this pumpkin. Anyway, start writing. You know, and I don't like to type, and I don't really like to write that much. I like to write, but like once I write for too long, my wrists start hurting. So it's just so many things you can do to better your life, and you're sitting around doing nothing, pondering in the sadness. It's time to get up. Stop worrying about what people got to say, what they're going to think. And most of the time, we're our biggest critic. Not most of the time, we are our biggest critic. We're the ones who's thinking, oh, people are going to think this. No, you think that about yourself. We're the ones thinking all the things that people are going to say, and we're thinking 10 times worse than what an average person would most likely think, unless they're your biggest hater. Like, if they're your biggest hater and they don't like nothing about you, then yeah, maybe they would think that stuff. But why would you care? Like, that makes no sense. We're the ones who's hardest on ourselves. And trust me, I know. I think that all the time. And it's so amazing. Like, every time I post a video, well, these last videos I'm posting when I'm talking, I literally put the clips together and I post it. That's why I be stuttering and all that stuff, and I just leave, because I don't want to think about it. I want it to be very real, very authentic, and this is truly how I be thinking. And I feel like God tells me literally, talk about this, and I'm just trying to listen, and I pick up my camera and I talk, and so much like words be coming out, but it's like truly how I feel. And then a sense of it is more like therapy, because I talk to myself all the time. The smartest people, the most successful people talk to themselves, because y'all the only two people in the team. Like, you have to. So with that being said, if you're ready to be successful, if you're ready to live your best life, and that can look so different from anybody's, stop comparing your life to other people. Stop comparing to what other people want. Do you want? Really ask yourself that. And I had to do that too. Like, what does Latavia want? And when I figured that out, I realized there's no reason for me to be comparing myself to others. There's no reason for me to care what other people think, because once again, it's what do I want. There's nothing wrong with taking advice, but you can't take advice from somebody who's never done it. Remember that. You can't take advice from somebody who doesn't even see the vision that you're trying to do. You can't. Like, you literally cannot. So make it make sense. That's literally all I have to say. This is a sign to let go, let God, believe in yourself, believe in what you want to do, and just do it.